guys, welcome to PiSquared. It's me, Pat.
And Philip.
Yeah, so for today's video, dahil marami sa inyong nag-ask for this one, we're gonna be sharing some tips or the things that we followed when we were looking for a job. Yes, we're gonna be talking about
how to find a job
in New Zealand within 1 month. Yes, within 1 month. Okay, so just some background. I arrived here in New Zealand last year, January 2019. And yeah, I don't have any New Zealand experience. Lahat ng experience ko galing sa Philippines. And yeah, I just worked for 3 years, almost 4 years. All my experiences and qualifications are from the Philippines. Yeah, I was able to get a job in just 1 month. Yung experience mo is from the Philippines. We're telling you you'll find the job, and we will share you some tips how.
Don't count yourself out.
Yes, yung experience mo from the Philippines, it matters.
Panglaban siya.
Yes, lahat ng natutunan mo doon may laban.
Yes. And recently I lost my job due to COVID. They had to downsize and I was made redundant. But I also found the job within a month using these tips.
Yes. So we hope it can also be helpful sa inyo. So it's not just for normal situation, but even during this pandemic situation, this one can really be helpful for you to be a competitive applicant. Yeah.
Laban.
Yes, so again, if you don't have any New Zealand experience, this video is for you. Or if you lost your job recently, you can also watch this video.
Yeah. Okay, so the first step is to go to a website called seek.co.nz. Okay, this is a website that usually is the main platform here in New Zealand.
Yes.
Okay, you can put in your skills, your past experience, and also throw in your resume and cover letter there for potential employers to see.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty much like LinkedIn. Yeah, so dun yung profile mo.
Yeah, and you usually put in keywords to search what kind of job you're looking for, and you'll get daily notifications on new jobs that are available for that particular job. Just
make sure that you turn on the notifications so you can be able to receive some updates.
Just like you will for this video.
So in looking for a job, and then in Seek, at the same time they also have like nz.jora.com, and they also have like Auckland Council. So pretty much it really depends to the nature of your job or what kind of job you're in. Like for example, for teachers, they have their own platform as well, wherein lahat ng jobs for teachers are there. But the Seek is pretty much everything's there. About keywords, it's important for you to play with keywords and then use different words in terms of your job, because we know naman na in different countries we're using different terminologies. So for example, with me, a lot of people are asking about this, what's my job? So I'm a librarian. So in the Philippines, it's just you just call it librarian, catalog librarian, media librarian, reference librarian. But here in New Zealand, if you will just search for librarian, the result just very few. Yeah, so make sure to play with it. So sometimes they call it like learning and teaching advisor, or research advisor, or subject librarian, client services. So yun, iba-iba talaga. So make sure to play with the keywords so you can be able to find the job that you can do.
And for mine, I was actually working for a school in the Philippines where I would be doing recruitment for students. And the title over there was Marketing Associate or Marketing Specialist or Public Relations.
Yes.
While using those keywords here, it did turn up results, but not the results I was looking for that balanced to my experience or matched it. So the actual keywords that I had to use here were something like student advisor, or recruitment advisor, or student recruitment. Yeah. And that's where most of my jobs would pop up and align to what I've been doing.
Yeah. And one thing, it's actually good that you use different keywords kasi sometimes we know naman in the Philippines, you will just be, for example, you'll be a librarian but you're pretty much doing a lot of things.
Yep.
So there's a lot of skills that you have na you can be here in New Zealand that you can do. So make sure to read the job description or the overview of the job and visualize yourself doing the job.
Yes.
And then check the skills that they're looking for, and then if you know that you have that skills and that you can do the job confidently, apply for the job. You know the skills that they're looking for, meron ka,
Yes.
just go for it.
At least try, you know? It doesn't hurt to try it. The worst they can do is say no,
yeah.
or not send you an email.
Yeah, exactly. Another tip na masasabi mo is you've already applied for a lot of job is if hindi mo na alam kung ano yung mga in-applyan mo. Like for example, with me sometimes they will email me back or they will call me and then I'll be like, oh, I applied for this job. So dun mo malalaman na ang dami mo nang na-applyan because hindi mo na alam kung ano yung mga pinagsendan mo. So just send. So tulad nga ng sabi ko sa Migrating in New Zealand video ko, the more you send your CV, the more chance of success. Okay, so as you search for a job and then for example, let's say na you've already found one job na you believe yung skills mo and then you can do the job confidently, you can send your application.
Yeah.
So let's talk about CV or curriculum vitae. First thing is make sure that your CV is simple and straight to the point.
Yes, don't make it a novella, like 5 to 10 pages long, because they're just not going to look at it. They just want to see the information that you can do the job, pretty much.
And very important is your CV is up to date.
Yes, okay.
So if you have like newly found skills or something like that, make sure that you include that in your CV and you believe that it will help you to your application to make you a better or perfect candidate for the job.
And the best way to keep it updated is as soon as you get a new skill, make sure you progressively update your CV and not wait till you're looking for a new job to, you know, cram it all in. Oh, did I do this last time, this and this and this? Because you might forget some important skills.
As what we've mentioned earlier, it's important for you to check and review the job description or the skills that they need. Make sure yung skills that they're looking for is nasa CV mo. So, for example, they're looking for someone with like customer service skills. Make sure if you know na you have that skill, make sure na nandun siya sa CV mo. So, make sure that your CV is aligned to the job description that they're looking for. But
not too good to be true.
Yes.
Okay? So, we don't want to put in things that you can't actually do. So, for example, you're applying for a content creator or designer
editor,
and you say, I am an expert or advanced user in Photoshop, but you've never used it before. Because when you come to do the job, they'll find out very quickly that you're not at that level.
So another one is don't put your photo in your CV. Hindi naman, sabi nga nila, hindi naman modeling yung ina-applyan mo for you to send your picture. Because it doesn't matter what you look or what matters here is your experience and your skills.
Yes. Anyway, they can see your face when you get to the interview stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doon mo na lang sila i-surprise with your beauty. Yeah, so kahit na ilagay mo yung picture mo doon, the HR will filter it and remove it before they send it to the manager. So at least wala silang like discrimination or anything.
Exactly.
Another one is for you to include reference.
Yes.
Yeah. So make sure to include at least 2. They can provide information about you in terms of your work ethics.
Yes. Also, a little tip. Make sure to tell your references that you're applying for jobs. Give them a heads up, just as a courtesy, because they don't want to be blindsided by calls. And at this mamaya, they might not even answer the call.
Yeah, and mahirap na mamaya they change their contact number or yung email address nila. So make sure to contact them first and ask them if you can put them as your reference. Yeah. After the CV, it's always part of your application is to provide cover letter.
Yes.
So with cover letter, I really like cover letter because it's your chance to introduce yourself. You have a freedom to really like sell yourself. So make sure na sa start pa lang ng cover letter mo is you will get their attention na, so they can be able to read your cover letter from the beginning to the end. So make sure that it's catchy and at the same time that it tells about you.
And it should be aligned to the job description. Don't be one of those people that just copy paste and then in the end it has the wrong job title in the beginning of the thing.
Yeah, so it's a very good thing if you are editing your cover letter in each job that you're applying. So make sure na it's like personal to that
yes, definitely.
job. So it's really good, especially if you know the HR head or the manager. You can also put their names there, so at least they know that it's really personal. Now you're not just like the generic one. Yeah. Okay, so with your cover letter, make sure to include your as what Phil said, is to include your experiences, and you can explain there how will it help the organization. You need to like relate it. How will you be an asset to the organization.
So finally, for your cover letter, make sure that it's personal,
and it's simple,
brief,
and meaningful. Yeah, so simple as that. I hope you learned something about finding a job
here in NZ.
Yeah, and then sending your application, preparing your curriculum vitae and your cover letter, because that is really important.
It is the first part of the screening process, so you need to make sure that it's done right.
Yeah, because alam naman natin na yun, kumbaga yun yung nakikipag-communicate sa kanila for you to be able to proceed to interview stage.
Yes.
If people are telling you na yung experience mo sa Philippines it's not enough, I'm telling you no. We can testify to that talaga.
Yes, it is panglaban siya.
Yes, may laban yung experience mo sa Philippines, especially actually yung work ethics natin, since we're doing a lot of things there. That's actually a good thing, especially like Filipinos are very hardworking.
Yes.
So yun, Filipinos have good reputation here in New Zealand when it comes to work.
Definitely.
So yeah, you have an edge. So ayun, good luck sa job hunting mo, and if you have any questions, just feel free to comment below. Yeah, and then we'll be making another video for interview tips maybe. Yeah.
So once you pass the stage, we're gonna guide you to the next stage.
Yes, please don't forget to give this video a like
and subscribe
for more videos coming,
and share it with your friends.
Yeah, thank you guys.